Welcome to the Gran Turismo 4 Prologue bonus lessons. Starting with this lesson, you'll learn readily applicable skills designed to win races. For the first of these lessons, you'll practice passing an opponent on the inside of the second hairpin corner of Tsukuba circuit. When you're driving by yourself, you can take the ideal line through the corner. However, with an opponent on the track, your line has to be at least slightly faster. How do you manage this? The answer: delay braking at the entrance to the corner and slip into your opponent's racing line. This way, he won't be able to stay on the ideal line. Take care not to make contact with your opponent's car. Play fair by making smooth passes, and timely use of the brake should bring you in line with your opponent, allowing you to pass. Best of luck with the lesson. Welcome to lesson 27. In the last lesson, you learned how to pass your opponent on the inside of the racing line, but that strategy won't work every time. Time now to learn how to pass on the outside of your opponent. This lesson takes place in the same area, the second hairpin corner of the Tsukuba circuit. As you approach the corner, if it seems too difficult to pass your opponent on the inside, don't risk it. Align your car with your opponent on the outside and race like that to mid-corner. Then turn harder than usual. Near the end of the corner, your opponent will come back to the outside. You, on the other hand, will brush by your rival on the inside, creating a chance to pass the car on the following straight. This is, of course, the same line you learned in an earlier lesson that emphasises corner exit speed. This technique is effective when used on a corner that precedes a long straight. Best of luck in the lesson. Welcome to lesson 28. In this lesson, you'll be practicing a technique crucial for high-speed circuit racing, the slipstream pass. The location is the well-known high-speed track, the Fuji International Speedway. If you drive behind a car driving at high speed, the air resistance affecting your car is lowered and you get sucked forward as your speed increases. Using this speed boost to your advantage is what the slipstream pass is all about. In an earlier lesson, you already practiced braking techniques into corner 1. Now you'll learn to drive right behind your opponent's car, then just before you reach corner 1, slip into the inside. Try not to be either too early or too late on your grab for the inside. If you make your move too early, you won't be able to take full advantage of the other car's slipstream. If you're too late, you won't line up correctly next to your opponent. Using the slipstream is all about timing. Give it a few tries until you can get a feel for the perfect moment. Now, good luck with the lesson. Welcome to lesson 29. Finally, your chance has come to experience a real race taking place on the Tsukuba circuit. As you start, the opponent's car is 10 seconds ahead of you. You have 3 laps to overtake him. By now, you should be comfortable driving on the Tsukuba circuit. However, now you have to pass your opponent successfully, and you'll have to consider the best passing points. Ideal points include the entrance to the first corner, the 2 hairpins, and the last corner. Consider the distance between you and your opponent and the differences in your lap times to determine approximately where you will catch up with his car. It isn't easy to overtake on the Tsukuba circuit, so you should try driving a variety of lines and study the different passing possibilities. This is not a 3-lap time trial. You will pass the test only by overtaking your opponent and maintaining your lead for a duration of 10 seconds. Be very careful not to make contact or you will be disqualified instantly. Best of luck! another coffee break. For this course, 100 cones have been lined up on the beginning course of the driving park. Touch them as fast as possible for the best trophy. The cones are aligned to the racing line. On the corners, this means they're placed in an out-in-out formation, giving you a chance to review your basic driving knowledge. If you find yourself unable to knock them all over in one go, this could be a symptom of over-enthusiastic steering or poor accelerator control. Enjoy your coffee break. Welcome to Lesson 30. For this lesson, we'll move to the Fuji International Speedway and try a race. The basics are the same as on the Tsukuba circuit, except this time with more laps. You now have 5 laps to pass a rival car that's 10 seconds ahead of you at the start. The Fuji International Speedway is one of the few high-speed circuits in Japan. The overall speeds you'll be encountering are much higher, so don't get nervous if you don't seem to be catching up. Just keep your head and plan an attack. You will of course need to be considering the best passing points while you're racing. The passing points are the entrance to corner 1, the following complex corner called A, the hairpin and corner B, which you encountered in an earlier lesson. On the final straight you may have the opportunity of overtaking using your opponent's slipstream. In order to pass this lesson you must overtake your opponent and retain your lead for 10 seconds. Best of luck with the lesson. Welcome to lesson 31. You've raced on the circuits, so now let's try racing in the city on the New York street course. You'll have 3 laps to overtake the rival car, which will start with a 10-second lead. This is a very different challenge to the open circuits, and with the guardrails and barriers you have limited room. Try to take the ideal racing line and put pressure on your opponent. A number of the straights are connected by 90-degree corners, so you'll have to beat your opponent by braking more efficiently at the end of one of the straights. Many people tend to avoid braking and enter the corner at too high a speed, only to collide into the barrier on the exit. Therefore, keep a cool head. Remember, the best braking points for each corner and the best spots for passing will soon become evident. If you attempt to overtake wildly, you're bound to collide with your opponent, so be sure to look for the correct exit point. After overtaking your opponent, you must maintain your lead for 10 seconds in order to pass this lesson. Good luck! Welcome to lesson 32. The rules of the race will change starting with this lesson. The location is once again Tsukuba Circuit. There will be 3 cars ahead of you. See how many you can pass in one lap, with one very strict condition. You are not allowed to make contact. Sounds difficult? Just remember all you've learned in the lesson so far and keep calm. You need to have definite plans in mind for overtaking the opponent cars. For example, which car on which bend, as potential overtaking points are limited. If you fail to overtake, you'll be hard-pressed to recover your time. Once you make the decision to overtake, you must be confident in your approach. At the same time, you need to avoid any contact with your opponents, so as you overtake, watch their movements closely. When you're going for the inside before a bend, it's important to position yourself alongside your opponent whilst braking. If you move to the inside just before the clipping point, before letting your opponent know you're there, you will make contact and be disqualified instantly. First place will give you a gold trophy, second place silver, and third place will result in a bronze. Don't worry, while this seems difficult at first, you'll soon make good progress. Best of luck. Welcome to Lesson 33. The rules for this lesson are the same as for Lesson 32. This time you're on the Fuji International Speedway again with 3 cars ahead. See how far you can work your way up in 1 lap. The same tough rule applies this time round. If you make contact, you're out. You'll be driving a racing machine rather than a training car, so the average speed is overwhelmingly faster. This is a high-speed circuit, so take full advantage of it. Be warned that there are more complex corners here than on the Tsukuba circuit. Let the other driver know you're there before you slip into the inside on a pass. If you make contact or another car makes contact with you, you'll be disqualified. Pass all 3 cars for the gold, 2 for the silver and 1 for the bronze. Give it your all right up to the checkered flag. Now, best of luck with the lesson. Welcome to lesson 34. You've now successfully overtaken 3 cars on both the Tsukuba and Fuji international circuits. Now, for the last stage, let's try it on the streets of New York City. Again, you have only 1 lap, and making contact with your opponent's car is out of the question. If you remember, you practiced overtaking on this course in lesson 31. Well, now there are 3 rivals instead of 1, but the basic rules are the same as ever. Keep cool and try your best. This time, since you're in a race car rather than a training car, you'll notice the significantly improved braking performance. As a result, on the corners you can wait a bit longer before you start braking. Check where the new braking points are for each of the corners. The maximum speed on the straights is determined by your exit speed from the previous corner. While cornering, it's tempting to concentrate on the braking, but your speed on the straight will make the difference between victory and failure. So make sure you achieve a high exit speed. This is the perfect time to make use of the line that emphasises your exit speed as you've practiced several times before. As with your previous race, you'll be judged based on your ranking. First place takes a gold trophy, second place a silver, and third place a bronze. Good luck with the lesson.